Okay. So I'm going to start the meeting.
Yeah.
As the Rotary protocol, I'm just wearing my collar here. The meeting is called to order.
दीवारें ऊंची है, गलियां है तंग, लंबी डगर है पर हिम्मत है संग, पाँव पे छाले हैं सांसें बुलंद, लड़ने चली हूँ आजादी की जंग। बेखौफ आजाद है जीना मुझे, बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे, बेखौफ आजाद है जीना मुझे, बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे। रीति की जंजीरें खा गई जंग, न्याय के मंदिर भी हो गए भंग, जमाना चले ना चले मेरे संग, लड़ने चली हूँ आजादी की जंग। बेखौफ आजाद है जीना मुझे, बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे, बेखौफ आजाद है जीना मुझे, बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे।
आज से अब से आन मेरी, मैं तुमको ना छूने दूंगी, जान को चाहे छलनी कर दो, मान को ना छूने दूंगी, छू के देखो दिल मेरा, तुम्हें दिल में अपने बदलूंगी, पर छेड़ के देखो तुम मुझको, मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी, मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी, तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी। स्कर्ट साड़ी रात दोपहरी डर डर के नहीं चलूंगी, कैंडल जला के सैंडल दिखा के मर मर के नहीं चलूंगी, कदम मिला के देखो तो मैं साथ में तेरे चल दूंगी, पर छेड़ के देखो तुम मुझको, मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी, मैं तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी, तुमको नहीं छोड़ूंगी।
A very good evening to each and everyone present here. I, the President of Rotary Club of Allahabad Royals, welcome you all on behalf of my club. I extend my heartfelt greetings and gratitude to Rashmi Anandji, who is a counselor, author, and a renowned social worker. Ma'am, we are really overwhelmed to have you here amongst us. My heartiest welcome to our District Governor Karunesh Ji from our Rotary District 3120 for his valuable presence. I welcome Rotary Coordinator Pradeep Mukherjee Ji, ARC Stuti Agarwal Ji, who accepted our invite and joined us. My special welcome to the guests and presidents from other districts. I welcome here, I think, President Rotarian Anil Sahni Ji from Rotary Club of Delhi, Panchshila Park. He must have joined in the District 3011. The Secretary, Rotarian Rajesh Chandra ji, Rotary Club of Delhi South Ex, District 3011. President Rotarian Sharmila Roy. If she is here, she told me she will be joining from Rotary Club of Calcutta Universe, District 3291. I extend my greetings to Assistant Governor Prakash Azad ji, is from our district, and if any other assistant governors they have joined. Residents, secretaries, Rotarians from our district, family and friends of our dear royal members, especially our royal members. I thank Program Chair Vinita. I thank Program Chair Vinita Agarwal, who could manage to get Rashmi Anandji from her very busy schedule. रोज रोती थी वो थोड़ा थोड़ा, रोज रोती थी वो थोड़ा थोड़ा, दाग शायद इससे मिट भी जाए, दाग शायद इससे मिट भी जाए, जिस्म के वो शायद चले भी जाएं, जिसमें जो दिए आपने वो शायद चले भी जाएं, पर रूह के न धुल पाए, पर रूह के दाग कभी न धुल पाए. Crime against women has been on increase, especially in this pandemic time. Domestic violence is a global issue. घरेलू हिंसा, चाहे वो घर में रह रही औरतों के साथ हो या बेटियों के साथ हो, इससे बचना ही हमारा परम उद्देश्य है. और इसी के अवेयरनेस के लिए हमारे क्लब ने, जो कि ये एक टोटल लेडी रोटेरियन क्लब है, रोटरी क्लब ऑफ इलाहाबाद रॉयल्स प्रयागराज, हमारे क्लब ने इसी में सब लोगों को जागरूक करने के लिए हम लोगों ने इसके अगेंस्ट में, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस के अगेंस्ट में वी रेज आवर हैंड्स एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव जस्ट शेड्यूल्ड दिस मीटिंग. क्योंकि हमारा यही मानना है कि अगर जुल्म करना अपराध है तो जुल्म सहना उससे बड़ा अपराध है. हम अब जुल्म नहीं सहेंगे. और ये जो जुल्म है ना, ये जो हम लोग के ऊपर जो अत्याचार किया जाता है, वो स्पेशली ये नहीं है कि हम सोचे कि ये सिर्फ लोअर क्लास में होता है कि भाई मारपीट हो रही है, शराब पी के हस्बैंड आ रहा है, मार रहा है, पीट रहा है. दिस इज नॉट देयर. ये सिर्फ ये फिजिकल अत्याचार नहीं है. हियर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, इट इज द डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस व्हिच इज मेंटली, इमोशनली, लेडीज आर हैरेस्ड. अरे हटो पागल औरत, सुनकर कान पक जाते हैं शायद औरतों के. लेकिन अगर ये औरत पागल होती तो वो घर को घर नहीं एक पागल खाना ही बना देती. लेकिन नहीं, उसने घर बनाया. कोरोना संकट में घरेलू हिंसा की शिकार महिलाओं के लिए कितना दर्दनाक ये सिद्ध हुआ है इस लॉकडाउन में. डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस जो है, जो हमने अभी कहा कि सिर्फ मारपीट तक ही सीमित नहीं है. तुम तो रहने ही दो, अच्छा जाओ तुम चुप रहो, बीच में मत बोलो, अकल की अंधी, तुम्हें आता ही क्या है, तुम्हारी औकात ही क्या है, सारा दिन भर बैठ के पलंग तोड़ती रहती हो, कुछ आता जाता तो है नहीं. उफ, ये ताने, पागल हो जाती है नारी. सारा दिन हम ये स्पेशली बता रहे हैं, जो वर्किंग लेडीज हैं वो तो फिर भी काम करती हैं तो उनको अपना एक हक मिलता है. लेकिन अगर कोई हाउस मेकर है, कोई होम मेकर है, तो उसका भी उतना ही, उसको वो भी वैल्यूएबल है उसका. लेकिन ये जो है हमारा, आज भी हमारे, स्पेशली हमारा इंडिया, दिस इज अ मेल डोमिनेटेड कंट्री, हमें कोई सुनता नहीं है हमारी बातें. एक फिल्म बनी थी थप्पड़, हम लोगों को, काफी लोगों को बहुत अच्छी लगी, जिसमें बड़े अच्छे से जो एवरीडे किस तरह से इमोशनली हैरास किया जाता है वो चीज को दर्शाया गया है. हमारा क्लब रोटरी क्लब ऑफ इलाहाबाद, बिकॉज यहाँ पे आज इस पोडियम पे हमारे साथ काफी लोग जो नॉन रोटेरियन हैं वो भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, तो मैं उनके लिए यही कहना चाहूंगी कि हमारा ये रोटरी क्लब बेसिकली एक कम्युनिटी सर्विस क्लब है, जिसका मेन मोटो है सर्विस अबव सेल्फ. हम यही मानते हैं कि वी रिसीव टू गिव और वी सर्व द कम्युनिटी, और इसीलिए हम ये काम कर रहे हैं. सो हियर मैंने जो है बहुत ज्यादा अपने समय नहीं लेते हुए, नहीं बोलते हुए, वंस रश्मि जी हमारे बीच में हैं, तो मैं उनका जो मैं उनसे यही कहूंगी कि वो इस पूरे इस टॉपिक पे अच्छे से हम सबको बताएं. बट हाँ, एक चीज और मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि इस बीच में जब तक आप लोग रश्मि जी को सुन रहे हैं, आप लोगों की जो भी क्वेरीज हैं, चाहे वो हमारे बीच में हमारे मेल मेंबर्स हैं, हमारे रोटरी सेलिब्रिटीज हैं, हमारे खुद क्लब के मेंबर्स हैं, हमारे गेस्ट हैं, आपकी जो भी क्वेरीज हो आप उसको रखिए, एंड रश्मि जी इज रेडी टू आंसर. शी विल बी happy to answer, right? So before Rashmi ji, the virtual stage is yours. I would like to request our program chair and even our club director for community service, Rotarian Vinita Agarwal, to kindly introduce her. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Before I introduce her, I'd like to give her a small welcome. Instead of flowers, a jade, a little pot of jade, which is for luck and prosperity. And I hope her war for women and children grows and she can really, really help people.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vinita. Thank you so much.
So let me just do a very short introduction and then she can speak. The stage will be hers. A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she gets into hot water. It is my pleasure to introduce one such woman to you all today, Rashmi Anand, a social worker, author, and counselor working on issues of women and gender. I have known Rashmi since my school days when she was a quiet, mousy girl. Years went by and we lost touch. We both got married, we lost touch with each other. And then, about 5 or 6 years ago, while watching news on TV, I saw a lady with a striking resemblance to her getting the Nari Shakti Puraskar from the then President of India. And I realized it was Rashmi Anand from school. What a transformation that was from the girl I knew in school. Besides the Nari Shakti Puraskar, Rashmi has been the recipient of the Nirja Phanot Award, the Karamveer Puraskar, the Champion Trophy of UK-based We Are the City, and God knows how many others. The list is too long for me to tell you all right here. She has worked extensively with the Delhi police at various levels on gender issues. She is on the internal complaint committee of various corporate houses for the prevention of sexual harassment at the workplace law and works on awareness and compliance for the same. She also gives inspirational talks on her life at corporate houses and schools, colleges and universities on breaking through and on the women and violence, the human spirit, on love, laughter, religion, and spirituality. She is the author of 13 books and runs a trust that gives free legal aid to women and child victims of violence who are below the earning capacity of rupees 5,000. She has been on many social awareness shows on CNN, IABN, NDTV's Salam Zindagi, Doordarshan, National Rajya Sabha TV, Lok Sabha TV, and on Amir Khan's Satyamev Jayate, amongst many others. Articles and documentaries have been done with her and on her life across the world. She is herself a victim of domestic violence, but today she fights for, supports, and counsels women who go through what she went through. The best way I can describe her today is she is powerful today not because she wasn't scared, but because she went on so strongly despite the fear. So, welcoming you, Rashmi, and now the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Vinny, and
Vinita.
thank you to everybody for inviting me, and namaste. And I'm so grateful and I'm so honored to be here amongst all of you. So um, I'll just take you, instead of talking about so much about domestic violence and everything, I'll take you through my own journey, which is the journey of violence. And then I thought I'll share with you my understanding of how we come through, and the ways in which we come through, and the biggest ways are mine. So Vinny spoke about me and what she knew of me. So I write books And my books are spiritual books. A book called As I Walk, which is the learning of my experiences, and I'll just start my talk with that. So this is who I was, and when I look back at my journey, this is where I am and where I came from. So it says, Life, I never sought of thee to give grand name or riches to me. Some hope I had, some small dream, that now so distant seems. Yet life, for all the sorrow that you brought, it is the learning that you wrought. For every obstacle I've faced, I've learnt my own path to trace. For every sigh of anguish or pain, I have learned to laugh again. With every fall, I've learned to rise above, and I have truly learned to love. For every tear that from me you've wrung, more joyous has been the song I've sung. So greatly you've taught, you've molded me. Life, how can I not honor thee? So this is actually my tribute to life. Because for all the sorrow that we go through, for every pain and anguish and tear, and all of us do, it's not as if X or Y or Z's pain is, one worse or one better than the other or one less than the other. It's just that some people's pain is more obvious and the other ones are hidden. And the secret to coming through, I think, it all lies in the mind and how we go through that pain and then how we get out of it and then how we transform not only our own lives but आगे जाके हम औरों की जिंदगियां कैसे बेहतर करते हैं और अपनी जो सीख है जो हमने सीखा है वो औरों के लिए कैसे समर्पित करते हैं. So that I think is the greatest learning that we require. So I'll tell you a little bit about my own life and journey. I always laugh with everybody that each time I give a talk, it must be so boring if somebody Googles me. So you hear the same thing again and again. And yet, in the beginning when I started speaking, my children were small. और मेरे बच्चे कहते थे, in fact, my daughter used to say कि, Mummy, it's such a personal thing. आप ये जिंदगी के बारे में आप इतना बात करते हो. And I used to tell her, जितना मैं बात करूंगी उतनी लोगों की जिंदगियां इम्पैक्ट होंगी, बेहतर होंगी. तो अगर मैं 1000 बारी भी अपनी जिंदगी को दोहराऊं और एक औरत की जिंदगी, एक आदमी की जिंदगी, एक बच्चे की जिंदगी ठीक हो तो मैं 1000 बारी करूंगी ये बात. So I'll tell you about my story now. So I'm from Calcutta. I grew up over there. I came from an affluent family. मैंने कभी पानी का ग्लास नहीं उठाया था, शायद ही उठाया होगा अपने लिए. जब arranged marriage थी, शादी हुई, and I came to Delhi, and suddenly my life took a turn that I could never have imagined. Violence started from the first day itself, and it just became worse and worse and worse, and I couldn't understand why these things were happening to me. I was quiet, like Vinny told you. I was very, almost like a mouse. I had never raised, my voice. I grew up in a family where my mother never raised her voice. She never needed to. And I couldn't understand why me? Why was all this happening with me? But there was violence. I wasn't able to deal with so many things. The extent of the violence, I can tell you, my arm has been broken so many times. My ribs have been injured. Face has been smashed in. So much so that my daughter, because of the violence, was born with a growth deficit in the womb. And I almost lost her at 3 months. And my son, at the time of him coming, I was on bed rest for 9 months. I was thrown downstairs during my daughter's pregnancy. It was probably the worst. I did try to go back, but I didn't get support from my father and brother. I was told that you go back and jo bhi hai, jail lo. So I came back. And every time I would come back, my ex-husband now would understand कि इसको तो support है नहीं. so the violence would get worse. By the time my son came, the violence was so bad that dheere dheere, he was born a normal child. But from the trauma and the shock of seeing so much happening to me, he stopped speaking completely. धीरे धीरे वो बच्चा अपने आप अपने में चला गया, और he was put into a center at around 4 to 5 years old. He was put into a center for children with learning disabilities. Not because he had any learning disabilities, but because the trauma was so great and he couldn't, communicate with the world anymore. So, जब ये हुआ, तो I realized that मेरे को अब कुछ करना है. या तो मैं ऐसे जीती जाऊं and my son will be a vegetable forever. My beautiful, brilliant daughter was, so young and she had become quiet. She didn't stop speaking, but my son had stopped speaking completely. And I decided that now I have to do something. So I left my marriage. I picked up my 2 children and I literally ran away from the house. My parents, who had been brought up in Calcutta, they had since shifted to Dalhousie in Himachal Pradesh. And I picked up my children and I told him that I was going to my parents' house. And it's so funny, but my husband, whenever I would go to my parents, he would never come to leave me to the station or to the airport or any place. But that day, I don't know what it is, but if I still look back, what it was that he came to the station to drop me. And I kept thinking, he knows, he'll kill me now. He just knows. And I sat on that train and he sat inside with me. And I kept thinking, oh my God, now what's going to happen? And then the train started moving and he got off and he went. And I called up my friend of mine and I told her, I said, I'm free. I'm not going back now. And I didn't go back. And luckily, my children were in school in Delhi. I came back. I didn't go back to the house. I had pulled out whatever little clothes I could manage. My children's, uniforms and school bags, I managed to take out. And very little else. I left everything there and came. So I got out and he was a lawyer. I fought a lawyer and he wanted me back and I didn't want to go back. So luckily for me, I had something that other women do not have, and that was a roof over my head. So it was, a place that my parents had for many years, and I just didn't give them a choice. My mother could only cry when she had tried to help me, but she was not allowed to do anything for me. And the irony is that our house in Calcutta was in her name, but she was not allowed to help me because of my father and my brother. Anyway, but I came into this house and I said, you don't have to give me anything if you don't want to. I'm going to start my life, but I need to live for my children. So things were very bad. Luckily, my mother came for some time and stayed with me. So I had that base where I could, I got that first initial support from her. And my grandmother was there at that time with me. So I had that first initial support, but I had no financial help. So I started selling off gold to educate my children and to keep going. There have been times in my life where I didn't know where my next meal was even coming from, where my next bijli ka bill would be filled from. But we got, somehow God was very kind and we came through that time. So slowly, also I was in advertising before I left. जब मेरी शादी हुई तो उन्होंने मुझे काम से उन्होंने बोला कि काम नहीं कर सकती. So I was made to give up my job. And but I went back into freelancing even during my marriage because they wouldn't give me money to support. So I went back to freelancing and I continued with that. So that helped a little bit. Then money ran out and gold ran out. And my children were in one of the best schools in Delhi, Sri Ram School, and in a very expensive school. So I went to the owner of the school and I said, Mrs. Bharatram, please do something because मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, मैं अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाऊंगी कैसे? and she waived the fees of my children. And that's how my children were educated. And when we are in need, we must reach out, because there is a world outside waiting to help you. It's just that we don't ask. We let egos come in the way, we let so many things come in the way. So my children's education continued, and I knew that when this was happening, I could do anything. So dheere dheere, time chalta gaya. I became a little more steady with my work, with things. And 2006, in fact, I must tell you, um, my husband, it was a great battle with him because he wanted me back in his life. 7 o'clock in the morning, he would stand outside my house and follow me everywhere. तू वापस आ जा, तेरे को मैं कोर्टों में 20 साल धक्के खिलाऊंगा, and then you will come crawling back to me. But I had made up my mind. I didn't have the capacity to fight in the courts, and he was a lawyer. So I didn't have the capacity or the backing to fight him. So I went to the Crime Against Women cell of Delhi Police at Nanakpura, and I registered a complaint over there. The Delhi Police really helped me. I didn't get maintenance, I didn't get alimony, I got my children. I didn't want anything else. I had all kinds of threats, even post coming out, acid on your face, I'll pick you up, you'll disappear, all of those things. But मैं हर वक्त ये चीज बोलती हूँ कि हम औरतों में we have a quality, और उसे कहते हैं धैर्य. And it is not a weakness. It is our greatest strength. We keep taking, and at some point in time, वो टूट भी जाता है. And then we truly know our strength, and then we know our dhairya as well, because we are like the earth. So we have the great capacity to to endure, but also great capacity to rise again. So life went on, and in 2006, 3 very big things happened. One was the domestic violence law came into force. Now, when I fought and I ran away literally from the house, there was no law of domestic violence, but this law came into force. My first book, Woman of the Elements, it was released. So that I got a lot of name, a lot of accolades for that. And the third thing that happened was I had a neighbor, and she was going to violence, and she had a small child. मैं उसके साथ कोर्टों में जाती थी, उसको सपोर्ट किया बहुत, और 2006 में उसने अपनी जंग जीत ली, उसको अपना बच्चा भी मिल गया, and her life went on to getting set. These 3 things happened, and I knew that these 3 things are my life now. So I went into helping women. I started working with the law, and I did, all of these. My journey was, जैसे कहते हैं, तय हो गई थी. So I started walking. So a lot of things have happened then. I walked out in 2002. That is 18 years ago. Now there's a lot of water under the bridge. I have, like Vinny told you, all the awards that I have, everything. But my greatest award, my greatest joy, I think, in all my journey is my children. And I must share that with you. So I told you about my daughter. She was 9 when I left. And she went on. She did class 12, came in the top 1% in the country in the class 12 boards. She edited books. She's edited nearly 75 books for children. She was one of the youngest. She went into Stephens College, did English honors. She went on, she was one of the youngest recipients of something called the Shevening Scholarship from the British government. And she got admission in 4 of the top universities abroad. And she went on a scholarship, and she chose Sussex University, and she did her master's in gender violence and conflict. Came back and worked in the ministry of the government, with the government of India, in the Women and Child Ministry. And as one of the youngest consultants on the Swadhar Grace scheme. She worked with their policy and redid their policy And this is the scheme for destitute women. So, and now she's working with advocacy and policy on data and on women and gender. So this is my daughter. And my son, with all his problems, he'd been put into the Center for Children with Learning Disabilities, like I told you. So with धीरे धीरे उसने open schooling में, like through Sri Ram, he did from the National Indian Open Schooling, he did class 12. And he went on and he did well in his class 12 boards. He got into Ambedkar University of Delhi, did history honors, 6 semesters, 6 academic scholarships. Then he went on to do his master's. He's completed his MA just now in gender studies. And in fact, a couple of days ago, he's gone to his college to apply for admission into PhD for gender studies, and he wants to work with me. So these are my children. So when I look back at my journey, I very often think that this is who I was then. I was still the same person. This is who I am now. It's just the difference is I didn't know me then. I do know me now. And somewhere we just forget who we are. So, I just want to read a little bit from my book. So it's called Woman of the Elements, and it's how every woman has inside of her the 5 elements. So I think one of the greatest things in my life has been that no matter what has come, can you put it on grid? So no matter what has come, you prepare yourself that you do your best and you'll be taken care of. So this is from The Woman of Water. So what does she say? She says, the turn of the course can be daunting when I go through paths unexplored, but I keep to my spontaneous natural goodness. It's my innocence that takes me onward. I flow on with confidence. I know the patterns will emerge. I have an acceptance of all that is fated, whether joy or pain may surge. I have absolute faith in the absolute. I have belief without seeing. I perceive the limits of my own power that hope courses through my being. Oh yes, beginnings are difficult. It is tumult that brings forth nurturing rain. But at every ending, there must be new beginnings and there must be joy after pain. Water, water, woman I am. So it's all our positivity. It's no matter what comes, yes, it will be daunting. There will be paths that you will go through, which will be difficult. Not only for women, I think for men as well. But somewhere if you keep to your own self, and then you come to a point, which is a point of fearlessness. And that is what I wish for every woman. So I have no fear of living. I have no doubt of death. But I know that every moment that I live, I will live out my every breath. For in the center of my being, there's a divine flame inside of me that illuminates the innermost recesses of the soul and gives me faith in all I cannot see. I have to burn through the blaze of life. I have to burn ultimately at my fire. But where is thought of sorrow, anguish, or pain when I myself am fire? Fire, fire, woman I am. So this is it. And I just want to end off with the preface of the book, which I have, would like to share with you, because this is what I am and this is what every woman is. I come from the land of Durga, Kali, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. I am each one of them. I come from the land of Kannagi and Gandhari, Ahalyabai Holkar, Lakshmi Bai, Sarojini Naidu. I am each one of them, no more, no less. For years, I forgot who I was. I was repressed, suppressed. I was subjected to violence. Harassed, violated in every way, subjugated by every kind of emotional, mental, and physical torture. But in every life, at some point, comes an awakening when one says enough, no more. I walked out of a miserable, constricting, violent world into my own. I now hold my head high. I live as I want. I live with truth, courage of conviction. Every moment shines on me. I have power. I am power. Never again will I forget who I am, what I am. Never again will I forget the power that is me. Never should any woman forget. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi. That was a very nice talk, and I think we must have had some inspiration that however violent your life can be, however bad it can be, you can still get out of it and you can give strength to other women and you can help out people too from what your life has been. So now we can have an interactive session. Would anybody like to ask questions? How do we go about it, Priya Bhabhi? Should we unmute
Yeah,
it?
I think, yeah,
And
if
whoever
you
wants to
have a
ask,
query, anybody,
raise your
they can
hand.
raise your hand. If you want to, and anybody, because once Rashmi ji is here, so we must ask if we have any doubt, any query in our mind. So please,
Rashmi,
आप
what
अपने
was
hand
what
raise
was the
करिए
basic
and
reason
I will
of
ask Mohit to spot them. Yes.
Okay, yeah, we have
Rajesh
Rajesh.
Chandra ji.
Rashmi? What was the reason of domestic violence in your case?
If I look back and if I look at, post sitting, now I run a trust that gives free legal aid to women who are below the earning capacity of 5,000 rupees. I've sat at the crime against women cell for so many years. I think thousands and thousands of families, couples, women have come to me. And if I look back and I think about what causes domestic violence, I don't think that there is only one answer. If the root of it, if you see, I believe that it is just power. And when you can't control something and keep it, totally repressed, that is when violence happens. So it's not only physical violence that we talk about, there are actually 5 kinds of violence, even in the law that we talk about. So it's financial, sexual, it's verbal, emotional. So when you look at these are all means of controlling a woman. And when you feel somewhere there's, from a larger perspective, I believe that it is insecurity in a person that leads to any kind of violence, whether it's domestic or outside. So these kind of insecurities then play on the mind of the person who's the perpetrator of that kind of violence. And that is what causes it. In my case, there was no alcohol. There was no, the normal things that people get blamed that, you can blame that, okay, this is an alcoholic, therefore he is beating. There was no such thing. It was all about power, control, anger issues, a lot of, those kind of problems. But there's never
And why
one.
were your parents and why were
Yes.
your father and brother not supporting you, especially at that hour, you know?
So, the funny thing about it all, Jeshji, my father has been through just since about 3 years, he's been very ill and he had part amputations of the foot. And uh, at that point in time, it was not my brother who supported him, it was my daughter and me. So we daughters are still daughters. But at that point in time, I don't think parents, fathers at least, or brothers, I think with my brother, of course, it was all about property and she'll come back with her children and she'll take away my rights,
Okay,
But,
okay.
and with my father, he didn't want to deal with responsibility.
Yeah.
So I feel that it was that. And plus, I'm the first person in my family who divorced. And that kind of stigma is still a stigma in our society. So
Okay.
I think, and that was almost 18 years ago. So, those kind of issues all came into play at that point in time.
Okay,
Okay.
but I have
Thank
a
you.
question. So how does a mother bring up her daughter and her son so that her daughter does not go through violence in her marriage and the son does not inflict violence on his wife or daughters, other children, whatever? Like, how do you think a mother should be bringing up her children?
Okay. So I think one of the greatest things is that you teach equality to your children. We have roles that we play play with our children. बेटा है तो उसको बंदूक दे दो खेलने के लिए, बेटी है तो doll दे दो. And you know, there was a very interesting program that was done abroad, and I forget where. I think it was New York, and one of the programs was that boys were given dolls to play with, and uh, how they played with the dolls actually showed their intrinsic nature and how they were responding to the world. It was very, very interesting because there were certain boys who broke the heads or decapitated the dolls. And there were others that, you know, were gentler with it. One is innate nature comes out. And secondly, you learn to imbibe those kind of qualities. Somewhere, mere ghar mein, it's really this thing. My daughter is now working in a job. My son is studying and now preparing for his PhD, SOPs and things like that. But he's the one who runs the house. He's the one who takes care of my part-timers. He will run the machine and he will do everything, order the food. And it is my daughter who will sit and work. So these, I think, somewhere to teach equality, that there is no one role to play. You know, everybody does everything. We are a collective. It's not a big shame for a man to do certain things or a woman not to do certain things. Somewhere that kind of thing, you know, and one more thing I would like to say here is that somewhere we should teach each one of our children, whether it's a woman or a man or a boy or a girl, that dignity and respect are two things which you give to each other. And I believe, and this I also teach my children this, and my daughter's in fact engaged to somebody, and I'm really happy because all my life I've taught my two children that just because violence happened with me and you've seen this kind of thing in the house, don't let it harm your perspective of marriage or love or relationships, because marriage is such an important institution. And I wanted my children to have everything that I didn't. And I think they believed, and my daughter has received it, and I hope my son will too. So,
Rashmi,
Yes.
Vinita, I would like to ask a question, please.
Yeah.
Rashmi ji, my first question is quite related to Vinita's question. I wanted to ask, can you give us some tips, give the mothers and the fathers, that where do we lack while bringing up the children? That the girls face domestic violence and the boys are always the girls are subject to domestic violence and the boys do the domestic violence. Where do we lack in upbringing them? There's something is wrong with us, that means. And my second question, which has been partly answered because Vinita has put up in a different manner, but the subject is same. I'd like to ask you if some tips you can give how can we upbring the children. And the second question is a very technical question, that I'm very sure that always the ladies have the domestic violence. I'm very serious. Because whenever domestic violence comes, the question comes, it is always the ladies we feel that the ladies are subject to domestic violence. But I personally feel, Rashmi ji, and I have, I can give you umpteen examples where the males also are subject to domestic violence. So I'd like to ask you, and I'd request you to throw some light on that also.
of course. So I will answer the second part of your question first. Now, I believe that wherever there is too much power and control of one over the other, that is where things go warped, and that is when violence comes into play. It is not as if domestic violence does not happen with men. It is not as if there is not emotional abuse. There's, like I told you, there's 5 kinds of abuse, okay? Verbal and physical, financial, because mostly men control money and women don't. So access to equality becomes restricted, right? However, still, women are essentially stronger emotionally than men, which is why when I look back at my children also, I realized that my daughter was not as badly impacted as my son was, because emotionally we are stronger. physically, men are stronger. So the violence that is perpetrated physically usually by men because of the stronger physicality. However, the law exists, I believe, for the numbers still do not show that there is a law required right now for domestic violence vis-a-vis men. Because as of now, as things stand today, the violence against women is so great. You look at the world around you. Our laws are a reaction of society, need of a society. Right now, the numbers seem to be more in the favor of women. But it's not as if it doesn't exist. There are certain cases and certain people who do come to me, women who come to me, where they are wrong. I don't take up those cases, but the numbers are low, at least from what I have seen. So I can tell you this from my experience. It's not as if it doesn't happen. So I do agree with you on that. But it is a lesser in degree. And then the second
First
thing
part
is,
of
yes,
my
it
question.
is, yes. This is the first part of your question is, I would answer with that we, you know, whatever children, the first school is the home. And whatever we live with, children, you know, learn by example. They do not learn from if we tell them ki tumko apni behan ko izzat deni hai, you know. It doesn't happen like that. They will always, you have to lead by example. So arguments or anything in that happen in the house, there has to be some, and relationships are like that. You know, your husband wife will argue. What is the kind of atmosphere you have in your house? How are you talking to each other? I think there are certain things that must be kept in mind. Roles that you are playing, things you are teaching, the kind of behavior that you are perpetrating outside when it comes to men and women. All of those things really make a difference. It's very funny, you know, I was on this, the National Indian, the open schooling, I was a resource person for their books and their, you know, and it is so gendered. Mummy khana banayegi, papa bahar jaake kaam karenge. And that's not always the case. Somewhere we put our own baggage onto our children, and we need to remove that baggage from their backs. We need to make them understand, because when we put our own baggage, we are bending them down. We are not giving them the ability to think, to feel, and to come to their own decisions. So somewhere, I think each thing that we do in the house is growing their minds.
Rashmi ji, I personally feel that my second part of the question, that it's everything is lack of balance.
Yeah.
You know, it is, I don't agree that it is power or money or everything, because these days everybody is powerful, everybody is money. I personally feel ladies are very, very powerful these days, very, very powerful. They are very powerful verbally, they are very powerful financially, and I don't personally feel that they are insecure also. What I personally feel, it's a typical balance. You know, just your president just now said in the beginning that males ask, होल डे कर क्या रही थी, दिन भर तो बैठी रहती हो, क्या करती हो, घर पे क्या होता है. We also listen such questions. ऑफिस में होता ही क्या है, बस ऑफिस में तो जाके बैठ जाते हो तुम लोग, चाय पीते हो, कॉफी पीते हो, as if the bloody salary packet हम लोग को ऐसे ही मिल जाता है. सेकंड थिंग, संडे को अगर ऑफिस जाना है, संडे को भी जाना है तुम लोग को, ऑफिस जा रहे हो कि कहीं और जा रहे हो, जहां से जाके बताना, जरा मुझे फोन करना, वीडियो कॉल करना. Don't you think these are also it's also a domestic violence, or emotionally we are also blackmailed? So what I want to say today is that it's everything is a question of balance, and everything is a question of adjustment. We also face so many questions like that. मान लो अगर गलती से कह भी दिया हस्बैंड ने कि नमक नहीं डाली हो क्या, बना लिया करो खाना कल से. What is this? भाई नमक नहीं डाली हो, ठीक है, हो सकता है कम हो गया. They can also reply, दे दूं क्या थोड़ा सा नमक. But we don't listen such type of answers. So today, basically, Rashmi ji, I came today leaving my office and just to give you this tips that yes, we are also facing so many domestic violences emotionally. So I think both husband and wife should be balanced, and if they are balanced, And if they have some adjustment in life, nothing will happen. No domestic violence will be there.
Yes.
It is all a question of balance. And this balance, one mother or one father should teach the boy or the son right from the beginning,
Yes.
that you have to be balanced. My son says, I'm telling you a practical experience. My son says always, why do husband and wife fight? I don't understand. If one keeps quiet, there'll be no fight. And believe me, Rashmi ji, he maintains it in his life.
Who keeps quiet?
The boy, my son, and my Bahurani also. Whenever somebody is annoyed, the other person keeps quiet and things are normal.
We have to decide who has to keep quiet.
That is the question. The ladies never decide to keep quiet. They'll always think, no, we have to rebuff. So, हम लोग को ही चुप हो जाना पड़ता
Okay,
है.
guys, no fighting, please.
I think not at all.
Let
So I
others
think that
join.
it was a fantastic talk, and
Yes.
we learned a lot. But today I just wanted to share our part of the story also with you. Because when you shared your part, I think somebody should share our part also.
No, but
And of course, we are having a fantastic life, fantastic book. But at the same time, this should start from the beginning. Upbringing of our children is very important. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you, Rashmi ji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinita.
Thank you,
Thank you, Devpriya,
anybody?
for giving me so much time.
Thank you. So anybody else having any other questions?
I think Pradeep Bhai does not have this kind of situation in his house.
No personal questions, Prakash.
Even I'm sure he doesn't.
I have never replied it. I said no personal questions.
Okay.
So jokes apart, anybody else? किसी को और भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना हो, ये मौके बार बार नहीं आएंगे. रश्मि हम लोगों के साथ में हैं, तो आप बिल्कुल पूछिए. नहीं तो मुझे भी एक दो क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं, but
Bobby, you
first
go ahead.
nobody wants to ask anything.
Bobby, you go ahead. फिर तब तक और लोग पूछ देंगे.
Okay, so Rashmi, I just want to ask कि basically physical violence तो हम लोगों को पता है क्या होता है, but what actually emotional और mental domestic violence, जिससे कि basically maximum ladies, चाहे वो working हो, चाहे homemaker हो, they undergo. तो can you just focus on them and कैसे हम उनसे बच सकते हैं कि हमारी marriage भी जो है एक बची रहे, parallel उसमें रहे और हम इससे बाहर भी आ सके.
So, according to the law, there are actually 5 kinds of violence, like I told you before. So, verbal, physical, sexual, there's 5 kinds, financial. You know, we women actually don't even understand when we are going through a certain kind of violence. Most women do not understand. When we look at, we tend to see everything from our own perspective and our own backgrounds. We have to realize that most people do not come from our backgrounds. They do not have wo jo capacity, hai of being able to even understand what we are going through is very limited. So also when एक किस्म की violence आपके साथ हो रही है, अगर financial है, I always believe that it will lead to another kind of violence and slowly go on and on. So as soon as we get an opportunity to stop one kind of violence, it is necessary to raise your voice and stop it. You have to look at support outside, start speaking to people, start speaking to those whom you trust. जहाँ से आपको लगे कि आपको support मिलेगा, तो आप वहाँ पे जाइए, बात करिए, ताकि आप लोगों को भी, I think जैसे in my case for instance, मेरे ex-husband की हिम्मत इतनी बड़ी थी because he knew I had no support. So, and a second thing is, we are always told when we are growing up कि चुप रहो, तुम्हारी ये शर्म है, हम शर्म में ही शर्म ले लेते हैं और हम चुप करके बर्दाश्त करते हैं. I think it's important to speak out. We don't have to get angry or aggressive. We certainly don't have to use our voice. So it is important to speak. It's important to let people know what's happening to us. First and foremost, of course, if you can speak to, the person on equals, or get older people in the family involved into such situation and try and balance out. Even with my trust, I always feel कि like मेरे बच्चों का ये gap है कि ना father था ना कोई father figure था. So I believe that it is important to try and join together. Like Pradeep ji said, it is important to adjust also. There's a degree of adjustment which both men and women have to do in a marriage. And it is necessary to keep the marriage going like that. But if it doesn't work, then you have to involve family, you have to involve other people and bring that balance back. It is necessary.
Okay, thank you, Rashmi ji. अच्छा, one thing, anybody else, any question? तो मैं सबसे पहले अगर इसी बीच में मैं अपने डीजी को भी बुला लेना चाहूंगी, because otherwise we will be running out of time. So हमारे बीच में हमारे डीजी हैं, तो विनीता please ask him to.
I'm requesting our DG, KK Srivastava ji, to address us.
Thank you, Vinita ji. सबसे
भैया
पहले
आपकी
तो
क्या राय है इस बारे में? आप प्लीज उस पे फोकस करके and then you just.
केके भाई आप हम सबकी तरफ से बोलिएगा.
नहीं, मेरी तरफ से तो आपने बोल दिया है काफी और आपने मेरा काम बहुत हल्का कर दिया. मेरी राय में तो ये कि जैसे हम लोग पुराने जमाने में बात किया करते थे कि गाड़ी के 2 पहिए होते हैं और एक भी पहिया गड़बड़ हुआ तो ये डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस आ जाता है किसी ना किसी रूप में. और ये तो कई रूप में भी है, फिजिकल भी है, मेंटल भी है, मेंटल हरेसमेंट भी है. बट जैसा कि रश्मि जी ने अपनी स्टोरी बताई, रियली बहुत इमोशनल है. और मैं तो तारीफ करूंगा इनकी हिम्मत की कि शुरुआत से इन्होंने जो संघर्ष किया, जो प्रॉब्लम आई इनको, और वो आफ्टर ऑल इन्होंने ओवरकम किया और आज वो एक सक्सेसफुल लेडी हैं. इसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई दूंगा इनको. और बाकी ये वायलेंस, अब जहाँ तक प्रदीप भैया का कहना है कि बोथ साइड है, वैसे भी हम ये कहते हैं ना, जैसे बोला अभी हमने जस्ट की गाड़ी के 2 पहिए हैं और ये आज से नहीं चला आ रहा है, सदियों से चला आ रहा है. क्योंकि अगर ये देखा जाए हमारे महाभारत और रामायण में भी देखा जाए तो वायलेंसेस, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंसेस थे. ये कंटिन्यू है, बट हम लोगों को कोशिश ये करनी चाहिए कि बैलेंस करके चलना चाहिए और ये प्रॉब्लम ना आ पाए. हमें ये कोशिश करनी चाहिए बोथ पार्टनर्स को मेरे हिसाब से. और अगर हम ये कोशिश करते हैं तो शायद हम बहुत सफल होंगे इसमें. बट आज के लिए मैं रश्मि जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा और भाभी आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई दूंगा कि आपने एक नया मील का पत्थर अपने इस प्रोग्राम में लगा दिया है. इस प्रोग्राम को करके ऑलरेडी आपने बहुत से प्रोग्राम किए हैं और पीस एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट प्रिवेंशन का जो हमारा मंथ है उसमें आपने ये प्रोग्राम किया. इसके लिए मैं एंटायर पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत बधाई दूंगा, नूपुर जी को भी. और आज के प्रोग्राम में हमारे एजी प्रकाश जी भी थे, असिस्टेंट गवर्नर हमारी डॉक्टर आभा जी भी मौजूद थी. और मुझे लग रहा है कि ये बहुत इनोवेटिव प्रोग्राम था क्योंकि दूसरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट के भी लोग थे जैसा कि मैंने देखा, और क्वेश्चन भी किया. राजेश चंद्रा जी ने क्वेश्चन किया एंड अनिल साहनी जी मौजूद थे, बट उनकी कोई बोर्ड मीटिंग थी और वो छोड़ के चले गए. बट इट्स ए वेरी गुड प्रोग्राम और मैं आपको बधाई दूंगा. और रश्मि जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगा कि हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3120 में आके आपने हमको तो आभार किया है. हमारा आभार आपको और धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत आपको आज के इस प्रोग्राम के लिए. और हमारे आरसी कोऑर्डिनेटर, हमारे बड़े भैया, उन्होंने बहुत कुछ, एक तो ऑलराउंडर ही बोलता हूँ कि हर सब्जेक्ट में उनको, और आज भी वो उन्होंने दिखा दिया कि 2 मिनट के अंदर उन्होंने डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस को 2 रूप में बता दिया कि ये बोथ साइड होता है. भैया बहुत अच्छा लगा. ये प्रदीप भैया.
Karnesh ji, Rashmi ji को मैं चाहूंगा because it is such a subject, we should have hold a seminar for it. हम तो कहेंगे, आपने कहा, रश्मि जी ने बहुत अच्छा एक वर्ड यूज किया था, मैरिज इज एन इंस्टीट्यूशन. मैं तो कहूंगा इट्स अ रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन और इसकी इज्जत अगर दोनों लोग रखना चाहेंगे तो कभी डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस नहीं होगा. क्योंकि हमारी अगर हम हिस्ट्री में जाएं या रिलीजियस उसमें जाएं तो सीता जी को भी डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस करना पड़ा.
आज का नहीं है,
अपनी परीक्षा वायलेंस था, इट वाज डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस. सो ये जो है ये एक बहुत बड़ी सब्जेक्ट है और इसको मेन वर्ड इज दैट वी शुड बी बैलेंस्ड. वो दोनों पहियों को अपनी
दोनों
जगह पे
पहियों
रहना
को
पड़ेगा।
बराबर रखना है, जैसे कि
एंड
कहा
मैरिज
जाता
को
था।
जब तक हम इंस्टीट्यूशन और रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन समझेंगे और उसकी इज्जत करेंगे, ये डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस कभी नहीं होगा।
कभी नहीं
ये मेरा सोच है।
नहीं, मेरा भी यही सोचना है कि दोनों को अगर बैलेंस लेके चलते हैं, लेकिन कभी-कभी परिस्थितियां नहीं हो पाती,
नहीं हो
जैसे कि
पाती।
रश्मि जी के साथ हुआ
हाँ,
और
देयर आर
काफी केसेस में
एक्सट्रीम्स,
होता है। जी
एक्सट्रीम्स
जी
तो है ही है, एक्सट्रीम्स के
हाँ
साथ, बट ये कर्व किया जा सकता है,
जी
ये
जी
अवॉइड किया जा
हाँ,
सकता है।
अवॉइड किया जाता है। वही है ना, हर चीज का अपवाद होता है, तो अपवाद हुआ रश्मि जी के साथ में। और बट नाउ-डेज मैं एक सक्सेसफुल लेडी है, मैं बधाई दूंगा आपको कि आपने बच्चों को पढ़ाया है और इस लेवल पे ले आई हैं कि अब आपको किसी सहारे की जरूरत नहीं है। बच्चे हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बहुत बहुत बधाई है आपको। और आज हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आने के लिए मैं भाभी को भी बहुत बहुत बधाई दूंगा कि आपको लेके आई वो, और हम लोगों को इस तरीका
थैंक यू सो मच। इट्स रश्मि जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
जी जी थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सो मच करुणेश भैया कि आपने इतने बिजी शेड्यूल में से सबसे पहले तो टाइम निकाला। आई
नहीं,
नो
नहीं।
डिस्ट्रिक्ट में इतने फंक्शंस होते हैं एंड यू आर ऑलवेज रनिंग इधर से उधर, इतना सब कुछ बिजी, बट स्टिल यू मैनेज सम टाइम। आप इतनी देर 1 घंटे से ज्यादा हमारे साथ रुके रहे।
ये
दिस इज
सब्जेक्ट ऐसा
रियली
था भाभी, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग।
करुणेश, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू कि रश्मि जी को आप रिक्वेस्ट करें कि अगर हम लोग के कॉन्फ्रेंस में वो आ सके।
मैं कोशिश करूंगा भैया,
हाँ।
नाम मैंने नोट कर लिया है। मैं बहुत दूर की सोच के चलता हूँ, तो मुझे 1 महीने बाद
मैं भी आपके पीछे ही पीछे रहता हूँ ना।
अरे आप आगे आगे रहते हैं। मैंने नोट कर लिया इस चीज।
आप डिस्ट्रिक्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस में रश्मि जी हम लोग के आप आइए, यू विल गेट अ बिगर प्लेटफॉर्म एंड अ ह्यूज ऑडियंस। सो आई
I'll
वांट
make sure she comes, Priya. I'll make sure.
थैंक यू।
ये 9, 10, 11 अप्रैल को लखनऊ में है, और मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, मैं आपको प्रोग्राम भेज दूंगा कब आपको आना है, और बाकी प्रदीप भैया और भाभी हैं, को नो प्रॉब्लम।
रश्मि जी, रश्मि आप प्लीज नोट कर लो 10-11 अप्रैल।
लखनऊ।
रश्मि जी आप रहती कहाँ हैं?
In Delhi.
इन दिल्ली, इजी है।
No,
लखनऊ इज नो प्रॉब्लम देन।
तो फ्लाइट से कोई इश्यू नहीं रहेगा।
नहीं कोई दिक्कत
तो थैंक यू सो मच। मैं अपनी तरफ से एज अ प्रेसिडेंट में आरसी प्रदीप मुखर्जी का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ कि हमारे बीच में आके उन्होंने भी जो है सब्जेक्ट को थोड़ा लाइट बनाया। सो थैंक यू सो मच। एंड नाउ ओवर टू विनीता।
Stuti, is she here? Stuti Agarwal, she's supposed to speak.
Yeah, Stuti Bhabhi. Mohit, has ARC Stuti Agarwal joined?
Oh, ma'am, she hasn't joined.
I can spot her.
Okay, I welcome Divya Bartaria from President Rotary Allahabad.
Thank you, Devpriya ji. It was a wonderful session. I joined late, but I enjoyed. I was really enjoying the session.
Thank you for joining. And as a president, I welcome my very good friend Vandana Jaiswal. Thank you so much, Vandana, for joining.
Devpriya madam, is it possible for me to share some views?
Who is sorry? Is
Sabiha.
it Divya?
No, this is Sabiha speaking.
Oh yeah, Sabiha ma'am. She is here. She is the coordinator of our Rotract Club, Shafaq. So please, over to Sabiha ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, ma'am, Devpriya madam, for introducing us to such a wonderful personality, Dr. Rashmi Anand. She's given an enlightening, the talk was really enlightening and also inspirational. We need to draw inspiration from persons like Rashmi ji, who has struggled and yet faced the life and established herself. It is very difficult to be a single parent to children, yet she has proved her worth and she has come forward, faced all the challenge with all the grit and stamina. Salutations, many salutations to you, ma'am. And just on this topic, I congratulate you, Mrs. Mukherjee, Devpriya Bhabhi, that you have organized this program, this talk on such a relevant topic. Like this is an issue which is troubling so many women amongst us. And there are very few who are fortunate, like Madam Rashmi, to come out of it. Many just, they just don't exist. They lose it's a life wasted. And not just one life, there may be many life related to them. who just go unnoticed, uncared for, unprotected. So we, and laws cannot do much. This is very certain that we have laws, but laws have not been implemented the way it has to be, with letter and spirit. In letter, yes, it is there in theory, but in practice, it comes to the minimum level. So we need to change the mindset. And as Mr. Mukherjee has said, we need to rear our children in such a way. We as mothers have great responsibility that when we bring up our children, we let them know, we give them the space, the psychological space, the emotional space for development, for understanding another person, for respecting the identity and individuality of other person. The individuality is very important. No two people are same. Nature has not made identical. No two sunrises are the same. No two sunsets are the same. So everyone, each one of us is gifted with potential, is gifted with a gift, which we need to nurture and we need to establish, prove our worth that way. So as mothers, I feel, because laws are there. There's no, undoubtedly, all over the world, there are very harsh laws, but the laws do not make a difference, a classical difference in the practical reality and the practical zone. The violence still exists. There are women whose lives are wasted. So what we need to do is that we need to establish the balance, as Mr. Mukherjee has said, and raise our children in a different way. They need to know that gendered differences, that gender discrimination will one day lead to violence, if any kind. It can be emotional, physical, it can be of any level. But so we have to remove that discrimination within the family, outside, family being the smallest unit. We need to begin the journey from here itself.
Okay, thank you, Sahiba ji. Good to hear you. I think we need to continue, as Stuti isn't here. So should we have the secretary's announcements?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
Okay, Nupur, over to you.
Thank you, Priya Bhabhi. I give my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of Rotary Royals to Rashmi ji, DG KK Bhaiya, Rotary Coordinator Pradeep Bhaiya, ARC Stuti Bhabhi, AG Prakash Bhaiya. Our club really appreciates the time you all took out. Our next meeting will be scheduled all of you. I would like to wish and congratulate our dear and valuable royals for their birthday and anniversaries, which fall in this month. Birthdays are Shalini Jain, 2nd February, Vinita Bhabhi, 3rd February, Poonam Bhabhi, 23rd February, Arna Bhabhi, 28th February. Anniversaries, Anjali, 3rd February, Nita Bhabhi, 8th February, Priyanka 9th, Mahima, 11th Feb, Poonam Kanodia, 13th Feb, Rita B, 13th Feb, Shalini Ratnani, 22nd Feb. Thank you.
थैंक यू नूपुर. बिफोर यू फिनिश, मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि ये जो हमारा नेक्स्ट अपकमिंग प्रोजेक्ट है मैं इस मंथ का चिल्ड्रन हॉस्पिटल का, इसके बारे में तुम प्लीज, हमारे डीजी सर भी यहाँ पर हैं, तो तुम इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा इन्फॉर्म कर दो.
हाँ, डॉक्टर किरण मलिक जो बेली हॉस्पिटल की सीएमएस है, उनके सपोर्ट से हम लोग चिल्ड्रन हॉस्पिटल में बच्चों को, वहाँ 50 बच्चे एडमिट हैं, उनको टेडी बियर, बनाना, बिस्किट्स और ये सब चीज दे के हम बच्चों से मिलेंगे और उनको मोटिवेट करेंगे कि वो जल्दी से ठीक हो और अपने घर जाए. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू नूपुर.
Okay, so I think we're coming to the end of the meeting, Bhabhi.
Yes, I think so.
So I'll hand it over to Radhika Gulati to give the vote of thanks. Radhika, unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes, Radhika.
Yes. I would like to thank Rashmi Anand ji. I am, like everybody else here, absolutely driven to be a woman like you with so much grace, with such strength. And I think everybody
and Radhika, before you start, sorry to interrupt, Radhika. Before you start, I want to tell everybody our assistant governor is here, RC and DG. She is the अभी इनका induction हुआ है इसी January और Feb के बीच में, and she is here with us, Radhika Gulati.
She is a member of the Paul Harris Challenge contest.
Yes, she
That is
she's
the most
she's
important
one of
thing.
them. Yes, that's the most important thing. Yes, so Radhika with you.
So no, I just wanted to like just take 1 minute and just tell Rashmi ma'am on, I know somebody who's gone through something like you do. Nobody can imagine it till they go through something like this, but I respect you with all my heart, and what it took for you to reach where you are, only you can imagine. Like we're all awed by it. So I wish you all the best and everything else in the world. I would like to thank Vinita ji for conducting the session. I would like to thank our district governor, KK Srivastav ji, PDG Pradeep Mukherjee ji. Stuti ma'am is not here. We missed her. And our entire Royals family for being here and being key to somebody's life story like this. I think we need more inspiring sessions like this for us to actually come together and understand these concepts as a team. So thank you everybody for being a part of the session today.
Thank you, Radhika. So, I think, hello, Vinita, you want to say something?
No, I just want to say that Rashmi here is proof that you can walk through hell and still turn out to be an angel.
Yeah.
Before we adjourn the meeting, I just wanted to, I just got this feeling.
Really true.
So, so we adjourn.
So friends, I think we are done with the program, and so nice to have Rashmi amongst us. और अब तो जो है हम लोगों ने आपसे वादा ले लिया in meeting in April in physically. Okay, so we all will be meeting you, and here all our Rotarians, जो पूरे district के Rotarians है, बाहर से भी आते हैं. It is a huge gathering होती है, तो we will be blessed or fortunate enough to have you amongst us.
Will be my
होगी बिल्कुल. Yes, and thank you so much. हमारा जो हर अच्छी चीज शुरुआत होती है तो उसका एक एंड भी होता है, आदि है तो अंत भी है. तो बस अब हमारा प्रोग्राम भी एक अपने एंड की तरफ है. तो मैं सबका एज अ प्रेसिडेंट, मैं सबको, हमारे डीजी सर को, हमारे आरसी को, सुति जी नहीं ज्वाइन कर पाई, हमारे असिस्टेंट गवर्नर, ऑल द रॉयल फैमिली फ्रेंड्स, हमारे गेस्ट, हमारे फ्रेंड्स, मैं सबको बहुत बहुत अपनी तरफ से धन्यवाद देती हूँ for joining us. And now the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you, President. Thank you. And Vinita, thank you for engaging such a beautiful, such a wonderful guest speaker.